just over 9,100 pounds. I think it's 9,111 or something like that. Wildwood 32 BHI triple slide bunkhouse. Dual opposing living slides with an island, private bunk slide in the back, outside kitchen, dual awnings, remote control power jack, stable entry steps, power tongue jack, and a partridge and a pear tree. Very late model, not used a great deal. They simply decided they wanted to do something bigger, a little higher end, and they swapped it out for an open range mid-bunk fifth wheel, and leaving behind something that I think whether you're going to be getting into the RV market for the first time, or if you're looking to upgrade into something larger, you're going to be happy with what you see. Now, I would normally begin the interior portion of my video with the slides closed, but you're not going to really see anything other than bedroom and bathroom access in this one, so, you know, let's just get straight to the point. So, who is Wildwood? What is Wildwood, if you're not familiar with the brand? It is a very popular line from Forest River. Wildwood and Salem are absolutely identical, by the way. They're the same darn thing. And they are going to represent what I call smart money camping. Like right here, instead of cabinet doors, they have an open end on the island right here. But it's still functional. They spend money where they really need to, but if something is not like a deal breaker, they're not going to. It's definitely an entry-level rig, but it's well executed. It's clean, it's sharp, it definitely looks good. And they managed to make it look good without making it crazy expensive. And that's a hard thing to do. So that is what they do very well at this brand. And keep in mind, we don't sell this brand here. And I still have plenty of respect for it. You know, it's still a respectable rig. What we would offer here would be the, the next equipment package up thing called a Cherokee at Haylett RV. So, what do I mean by that? Like, over here, you see this, this is a electric-only small residential refrigerator. It does have an inverter, so if you do need to run it going down the road or off the grid, you can. If you are going to do a lot of off-grid camping, though, you better bulk up on batteries. And it's neat because it is larger than a normal RV fridge. It's also, the biggest reason it's here, though, is that it's less expensive. If it's fully functional but less expensive, that's who Salem and Wildwood are going to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, it's a great floor plan, and it's got all the right things in the right quantities where it needs it. Like the stainless appliance bundle looks good in here. And one thing they did do, where they did spend a little extra money, is they did go with hidden hinge cabinetry throughout all of your cabinet doors, so it gives it that super clean look, very residential shaker style cabinetry look. That is one thing that they went upscale on here. Now this open chunk of counter space with an appliance outlet right there where you can get to it, that's money. That is good stuff right there. Now when this was built, it did not include a TV. Previous owners added one, and I tell you what, I love how they did it here. They went through and they gusseted and supported the back of this TV mount. And I like that the TV mount has a level on it so that they knew that they were leveling this thing straight and properly. So if you want to put like probably about a 40-inch screen in here, it's all set and ready to do so. So that is something the previous owners did, and they did a good job of. Now down here, we've got Bluetooth DVD stereo. And is that DVD? No, that's just Bluetooth. I'm sorry. Well, there, we learned something. However, you have open pocket over here for entertainment expansion. A lot of folks aren't using DVD anymore. Now, you see that tiny little remote control right there? That's for this electric space heating fireplace below. And you can use it just for LED visuals, or you can make it into an electric heater that's not going to burn up your propane. LED lights in here, and they're nice, decent, high-intensity lights. I'm actually very happy with what I see out of the lighting package in this. Over here's another great example of the really intelligent design that goes behind these. So, 2 pushback recliners. They are less expensive than one wall-hugging theater seat, but you still accomplish the same basic goal. So they go this route, and there's nothing wrong with that, and frankly, there are still some benefits to this style of seating in that you can have 2-person individual comfort, where if you shift in your seat here, you're not going to jostle that person around, so to speak. Now, they don't spend extra money on like window treatments and valances, and frankly, that doesn't offend me, because there are a lot of brands where they have all their flowery, boxy things, and the boxy window treatments always seem to get in the way, but they did put nice roller blackout shades in here. If you really want to basically blot out the sun, you've got these nice slow ride shades taking care of you there. The little stand over here in the corner, it's minimal, but they did something. They gave it a space, a thing. You know, really, I don't know. I don't know what if I would do anything up there above that. The bunkhouse back here. Here's a neat thing. The bunkhouse light switch is actually outside. So if you want to kind of flip the lights off on the kiddos and tell them, hey guys, it's time for lights out, you can do that. Now, what's kind of cool here is this private bunkhouse really converts into a very good sort of kid time living room. You know, you've got a dedicated kid guest-ish sort of room. So you've got the flip down bunk above. You don't want to travel with that up, by the way, because they only use one bullet latch on these instead of two, so it's not super secure for bouncing down the road. But at a destination, it's fine. And then down below, we've got this Jackknife Sofa down here. And these have actually grown in popularity in bunkhouses. It's funny, the folding cube cushions that you find in bunkhouses, people gravitated toward those like crazy for a couple years because of their ability to convert into larger sleeping spaces. And then all of a sudden, more and more people wanted even a basic jackknife couch back here for more of a friendly daytime living experience. But what's cool is you still don't lose out on any of that sleeping capacity. I actually may want to rephrase that. This is probably going to be a one-person sleeper, not a two-person sleeper like the conversion cubes could be. But I think a lot of folks do enjoy the greater daytime sleeping capacity. So you've got 3 individual beds back here in this bunkhouse. And the bunk mattress and everything have a lot of life left in them. It does not look like those were really worked over. Nothing in this camper was worked over. They used it a little bit and went, we need something more. This is what I call a big kid bunk. It's still 74 inches long, but it's wider, so a big kid can sleep kind of corner to corner and have some more room there. And what's also nice is they have a decent amount of storage capacity contained right within this bunkhouse. The shelving here kind of doubles up on that. If you need to add some shelves or something into that, you could. And the ladder over here means you don't have to throw your kid into bed. Now these pushback recliners, those can still fold down into a sleeping space, which is nice. Again, you just sort of push them back and off you go. We might have some guests here. Oh, that's right. Usually when I'm doing my videos, I actually deadbolt the door. Otherwise, we get interrupted quite often. Kitchen, it's... What I love about it is they really nailed the whole sort of Zen minimalist thing here in the kitchen without giving up effective space. Like, I love one of the best parts about wood skeleton trailers as opposed to laminated trailers, guys, is that you can have more outlets where they're easily accessible. Like, island outlets, that's normal in any camper, but again, outlets up here for appliances like a coffee maker, instead of being mounted under the overhead cabinets, it's nice that they have them where you can more easily get to those things. Now, in the main kitchen proper area here, we do have solid surface counters. Everything else in this will be a T-mold. Again, they do what they really need to, where they really need to, and a clean job of it. And I do like the look of that high-rise faucet and the removable sprayer head right there. And of course, like I said, good storage going on here in this kitchen area. First thing you'll really zero in on when it comes to storage, this is going to be the bulk of your dry goods storage here, this dedicated pantry. It's not like 9 or 18 inches deep or anything, but it's deep enough. Again, that's where this brand is very good, is they do what they need to where they need to, and they don't go overboard with anything. Now, they really do a decent job of decent drawer space right here, right where you need it. And again, it's just enough. You got the nice plywood box drawers here, and I've always kind of been a sucker for a segmented silverware drawer like this. I think it's because when I first got into this business, that's something Jayco did a lot of. And, you know, even though we represent a lot of brands, and I do see a lot of good in a lot of things, it's hard to sort of like shake the feels of your alma mater. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to not always go back to that. Now that right there is just a big cabinet, but frankly I'm looking at that thinking that could be a nice little wastebasket space as well, although that's not the only place you could put one in this camper. Because if we flip around and look at the island, you see that you've got a nice chunk of real estate available down in here as well. Now, you do have to kind of be careful. You see that sort of slanted panel right there? That's going to be like a shield for some sort of mechanical thing, like a water pump, perhaps. Now, your dinette over here can fold down into a sofa, or, nope, into a sleeper. That's the S word I was looking for. And, you know, just in case your bunks aren't enough. I don't think a lot of people are going to utilize that for much sleeping, though. There is storage under both sides of the bench, although they only give you a drawer on that side. Not even a drawer, rather, a door. Little suggestion I would do here, personally. I would remove these two pedestal legs, and for 30 to 40 bucks, you can get a pair of folding legs that, you know, you can move the table around, and you would really improve the function of that thing for very, very little money. Bathroom is very easy to access, by the way. Notice its location right next to that entry door, so it's easy in, easy out, not going to track a lot of dirt through the camper. Foot flush, but otherwise simple. But again, they did the right things in the right places in the right quantities. I do like that nicer, larger radius shower. The extra interior height in here does not hurt either, so that extra height is a welcome benefit for a taller person like me. But they did a great job of keeping dedicated linen space right here in the bathroom, and it's actually a decent functional shape. It's not perfectly rectangular, but it's big enough and it's square enough to get plenty of towels and toiletries and stuff in there. So that is one thing they did very good. It annoys me when a brand builds a big camper and then doesn't even put a linen cabinet of any kind in the bathroom. Now, the bedroom here, very basic, but again, effective. What more do you need it to do? You know, you're spending most of your time either outside in the living room or the bunkhouse. So this bedroom is really just for mom and dad to crash at night. That's all. Otherwise, you're going to be, you know, hanging out in those recliners. You're going to be outside. We are TV ready against the opposing wall right here. They did not seem to have added one in here like they had previously in the living room. They don't go crazy with USB plugs like, say, the Cherokee brand would or something like that, but it's also not very hard to get a household to USB adapter to plug into that. The only time that wouldn't work for you is if you're just dry camping, because you'll lose your 110 power. Now, you've got your full-length hanging closets here. Just a simple shelf above, so you'll want to just put stuff up there when you get to your destination and take it down when you're, you know, traveling. They did upgrade the original mattress. That is most certainly not the Blue Wafer Forest River bed that would have traditionally come in this thing. So they've got a much nicer pillow top in here. Another thing that they do that's kind of cool is a fairly different take on the underbed storage area. One of the areas where the Wildwood minimalism, I think, is actually really cool is in the master bedroom here. If you lift this up, you kind of see that instead of a fully encapsulated underbed storage, they actually leave the front chunk of it open. And I like that for several reasons. I like that you don't have to lift the bed every single time to get to something. And also, it's kind of nice. It's a good place to be able just to, like, throw your duffel bag or a suitcase or whatever you're living out of for the weekend and have easy access to it. Again, you don't have to lift up the bed every single time you want to get to it. And this is an easy way to see. You've got the handy little laundry chute over here. Keep a laundry basket down in this little hole right here. And it is tricky when you're camping, finding a place to put yesterday's clothes, and this is an easy solution for an otherwise kind of awkward problem. Overall, the exterior, kind of like the interior, it's just about brand new. If I see something, I say something, so just to let you know that I do shoot people straight and I'm not just like masking what something is or isn't. The only little blemish I've really found out here is that there was a little bump on the skirt right there. That's it. That's all I can say about this thing. Otherwise, everything on here is good. I love that they put the speakers down low, kind of close to where your picnic table is going to be more than likely, so that you can hear the speakers without blowing the neighbors away. Now, up front here, we don't have a full pass-through, but we've got a huge compartment. And remember, if you need to, you can lift up the bed to get to some of the storage. Up front here, that big gray box, that's the inverter for that household refrigerator. And check this out. It was used so little, they never even put the little simulator caps on their wheels. So those are still new, I guess you could say, in the wrapper. Now this is kind of cool right here. This has remote control operated slides, jacks, and awning. So you can literally just kind of push a button and make that thing do what you need it to do. Simple little solar prep on the front right there makes it so that if you got a portable panel, you can try to park the camper in the shade and chase the sun with the panel. So, you know, dual power awnings with LED lighting, power tongue jack, power stabilizer jacks. Setting and breaking camp on this is nice and simple and easy. Now, this is not a specially insulated camper. It does not have an enclosed underbelly or tanks or anything like that. It's very basic in that regard. This is going to be a spring, summer, fall camper for your family. Tires look good. Haven't seen anything on the tires that gives me a moment's worth of pause. This does have a walkable roof, which is nice for seasonal upkeep and easy maintenance. The spare tire on the back doesn't look like it's ever seen the light of day. We are backup camera ready. And this does have a bumper grill mount, and pardon me if I'm moving quickly. There's a truck behind me that doesn't seem to want to slow down, and I don't feel like getting run over. Hakuna Matata. Okay, so the grill on the back here can swing open, and it can actually swing right around to the outside kitchen area. And by not putting one of those little 2-burner cooktops outside, which can blow out very easily, by the way, what they've created here is extra counter space. So you've got kind of the mid-size outside fridge here. Again, enough, effective, and it gives this thing about, 13-ish cubic foot of total cold storage. And a sink with a drain. I like that. Anytime you don't... what I also like is the whole countertop here is low. So the kids can actually get to that. And you don't have to feel like what I call the Olympic diver, where your hands are up here to wash your hands. You look like you're an Olympic diver getting ready to dive into a pool. And that little bonus drawer that the Salem Wildwoods always do right there, that is neat. I do like that. And it's useful. And it's out of the way when you don't need it. This overhead cabinetry here, if you notice, it's actually quite large. You can put some big, tall stuff up in there. Actually, it would have been almost nice to do vertical doors that swung open so it'd be easier to get to that. But that's little stuff, you know. Overall, this thing is sharp. It's barely been used. It's clean. It's late model enough. It may qualify for same as new RV financing. So like I said, whether you're looking to get your first one, but you're a little spooked by the new RV price tag, or you are looking to update and upgrade to something a little larger with more space for the family, this would accomplish either of those things. Now, it is long, and it is over 9,100 pounds. So this is probably more 3/4 ton towable. And there's always going to be that one guy who says, yeah, but my half ton's rated for 12,000. I understand. It doesn't quite, it may not have the heavier suspension that a long trailer like this would benefit from. So keep that in mind. Now, of course, proper weight distribution, sway controls, etc., those things will make a world of difference to you. And that's why we have our, our full parts and service center here. So whether it's hitching pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything between, we do it all at Haylett RV, so you can just go have fun. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.